Alien vs. Predator, AVP, is a franchise that merges two iconic science fiction horror series, Alien and Predator. The concept emerged from a desire to bring these two terrifying extraterrestrial species together, which had captivated audiences in their respective film series. The origins of the AVP franchise trace back to the 1989 comic book Alien vs. Predator, which was published by Dark Horse Comics. This comic featured a unique crossover where the aliens and predators clashed in an intense battle for survival, setting the stage for future adaptations. The idea of this crossover tapped into the fascination with both species, with the predator being a hunter seeking challenges and the alien being a ruthless organism that destroys anything in its path. In 2004, the concept was brought to the big screen in Alien vs. Predator, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. The film is set in an Antarctic pyramid, where a group of researchers inadvertently find themselves trapped in the middle of a violent confrontation between the two alien species. The predators, known for their advanced technology and hunting prowess, use the aliens as a rite of passage to prove their skills as hunters. Meanwhile, the humans caught in the middle must find a way to survive while being hunted by both species. Despite mixed reviews from critics, the film was commercially successful and gained a cult following. The success of AVP led to a sequel, Aliens vs. Predator, Requiem, which was released in 2007 and directed by the Strauss brothers, Colin and Greg. This installment picks up immediately after the events of the first film and follows the chaos that ensues when a Predator ship crashes in a small town in Colorado. This time, the battle between the aliens and predators takes place on Earth, leading to widespread carnage. Requiem was noted for its darker tone, focusing more on horror elements, but also received largely negative reviews, primarily due to its lack of character development and over-reliance on gore. While the films received mixed critical reception, the franchise has continued to thrive in various media, including video games, novels, and comics. In video games, players often assume the role of either a predator, an alien, or a human, engaging in thrilling battles across different environments. One notable video game is Aliens vs. Predator 2, 2001, developed by Monolith Productions. The game allowed players to experience the perspectives of all three species, providing a unique gameplay experience. Additionally, the Alien vs. Predator franchise has been expanded through more comics, especially from Dark Horse, where the two species have fought across different worlds and situations, often with humans caught in the middle or as pawns in the deadly game. These comic series, including titles such as Predator, The Blood Feud, and Alien vs. Predator, Deadliest of the Species, has cemented the crossover as a staple in science fiction horror lore. The Alien and Predator franchises themselves have each continued to evolve in separate directions. The Alien franchise has focused more on its existential horror, particularly in Alien Covenant, 2017, directed by Ridley Scott. Meanwhile, the Predator series has explored the concept of the predator as a hunter with various films that continue to explore the species' culture and history, like The Predator, 2018, and Prey, 2022, the latter being a prequel set in 1719 that explores the first encounter between humans and predators. Despite the ups and downs of both film series, the Alien vs. Predator franchise remains a notable part of pop culture. The notion of a fierce battle between these two extraterrestrial species, combined with their distinct mythologies, has continued to captivate fans and inspire a vast array of merchandise, including action figures, posters, clothing, and collectibles. The visual representation of these creatures, whether in their terrifying battle for dominance or in the interactions with humans, has solidified their places in the genre of science fiction horror. In summary, Alien vs. Predator has evolved from a simple comic book crossover to a full-fledged multimedia franchise encompassing films, video games, novels, and comics. The concept of the two iconic extraterrestrial species engaging in battle has remained an enduring appeal to fans of both franchises, despite the mixed critical reception of the films. Whether through intense battles in games or deep explorations of their mythologies, Alien vs. Predator continues to captivate audiences with its unique blend of horror and action. The Alien vs. Predator franchise continued to have a lasting impact on popular culture, especially with its focus on the intersection of horror and action. One of the core aspects of the franchise that kept fans engaged was the intriguing dynamic between the two extraterrestrial species. The predators, often depicted as highly intelligent and skilled hunters, with their code of honor, stood in stark contrast to the aliens, which are relentless, primal creatures driven by the need to propagate their species. This tension between predator and prey, where the stakes are life and death for both the hunters and the hunted, has always been a central theme that resonated with audiences. In the years following the release of Aliens vs. Predator, Requiem, there was significant speculation and interest in further cinematic expansions of the crossover. However, due to the mixed reception of the previous films, it seemed uncertain whether the franchise would continue in the same direction. While there were no immediate sequels, the possibility of future entries lingered as a demand for more content remained high. Fans continued to keep the spirit of Alien vs. Predator alive through fan films, online discussions, and various merchandise, including highly detailed figures, collectibles, and posters. The crossover's lasting popularity was undeniable, with new generations discovering the franchise through streaming services and various home media releases. In 2021, the world saw a resurgence in interest surrounding the Predator universe with the release of Prey, a prequel film set in 1719 that explored the first known encounter between humans and predators. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the film reimagined the Predator series with a fresh perspective, focusing on a young Comanche woman, Neru, who must use her wits and survival skills to outsmart a predator. While Prey is not a direct part of the Alien vs. Predator series, its success reignited interest in the idea of combining these two mythologies, with many fans hoping for a future crossover film that would explore how the two species might interact under different circumstances. The success of Prey also reaffirmed that the Predator franchise still had untapped potential for both old and new fans. Meanwhile, Alien also remained a major part of the cultural conversation. Ridley Scott's Alien Covenant, 2017, sought to dive deeper into the origins of the alien creatures and the mythos of the alien universe. Although it had a mixed reception, Covenant provided further insight into creation of the xenomorphs and the role of the synthetic android David. This expansion of the alien lore kept the franchise relevant while giving fans a deeper understanding of the existential horror at the heart of the series. In terms of video games, the Alien vs. Predator franchise also continued to thrive. A notable release was Alien vs. Predator 2010, developed by Rebellion Developments. This game offered a unique experience where players could. Additionally, future Alien vs. Predator content could more directly explore the relationship between the two species in ways that haven't been fully addressed before. Rather than positioning the aliens and predators as enemies locked in a constant battle for dominance, a story could explore scenarios where both species are forced to cooperate against a common, more powerful enemy. Imagine a situation where humans, or another intergalactic force, provoke a greater threat, forcing both the aliens and the predators to put aside their rivalry in order to survive. Such a crossover could explore themes of trust, betrayal, and the necessity of unlikely alliances, providing both action-packed sequences and rich character development. Expanding the franchise's lore even further, we could also see the introduction of new alien species that play a role in the larger universe of Alien vs. Predator. These new extraterrestrial beings could serve as either new antagonists, neutral forces, or even potential allies for one or both species. Introducing more complex characters, with their own motivations and drives, would add layers of intrigue to the traditional Predator and Alien battle dynamic, perhaps even altering the balance of power within the universe. The world of Alien vs. Predator could also continue to expand in the realm of comics and graphic novels, which have traditionally been an effective medium for telling these stories. The unique visual nature of both the aliens and predators makes them ideal for graphic storytelling, and new comic series could push the boundaries of both character development and world building. Additionally, the graphic novel format allows for more experimental narratives that could explore timelines, alternate realities, and multidimensional worlds, offering fans a chance to dive deeper into the mythology than ever before. One exciting possibility in the realm of immersive storytelling could be the creation of an Alien vs. Predator experience in the form of theme parks or immersive events. With the rise of immersive and interactive entertainment, such as escape rooms, pop-up experiences, and augmented reality events, an Alien vs. Predator theme park attraction could become a reality. Imagine walking through an environment that simulates a terrifying and claustrophobic world of Alien or the dangerous hunt of Predator. VR simulations, haunted house experiences, or live-action role-playing events where fans can interact with the characters and battle against either the aliens or predators could elevate the Alien vs. Predator franchise into a multi-sensory experience that brings the tension and horror of the universe to life in a way never before seen. As we consider all the possible avenues for growth and expansion, one undeniable aspect of the Alien vs. Predator franchise is its ability to remain adaptable. The themes of survival, the unknown, and the consequences of humanity's actions resonate universally and are only becoming more relevant as technology, space exploration, and global threats evolve. The potential for these themes to be explored in new contexts, whether they be political, environmental, or social, ensures that Alien vs. Predator will remain relevant for years to come. The richness of the lore and the cultural impact of the Alien and Predator franchises offer endless possibilities for the future. At the heart of it all is a battle between these two iconic species, the alien, with its terrifying, primal instincts, and the predator, with its advanced technology and codes of honor. This dynamic remains as compelling as ever, and it's clear that whether through new films, television series, video games, or even theme park experiences, Alien vs. Predator will continue to thrill, scare, and inspire audiences for decades to come. The clash between these two forces, seemingly unstoppable and eternal, will ensure that the Alien vs. Predator legacy remains firmly embedded in popular culture for generations to come. The battle may change, but the stakes are always high, and the hunt never ends. And the consequences of mankind's endless desire to push beyond its limits have become themes central to the Alien franchise. A future Alien vs. Predator film or series could similarly dive into these themes more deeply, exploring what happens when the two species collide in a world that is constantly pushing the boundaries of science and discovery. The philosophical backdrop of artificial intelligence, genetic modification, and the ethics of intergalactic exploration could create an entirely new kind of tension, one that merges sci-fi and horror with real-world concerns. Another area that future Alien vs. Predator stories might delve into is the idea of the alien xenomorphs as symbols of environmental decay or mutation. Their endless hunger and tendency to propagate uncontrollably could be framed as a metaphor for humanity's abuse of the environment, overpopulation, or unchecked technological advancements. As climate change and environmental destruction become increasingly urgent issues in the real world, such a framing would provide an additional layer of depth to the series, turning the aliens into a terrifying representation of nature's potential retribution. Furthermore, with the success of Prey as a film that explored Predator in a new light by taking it back to its origins, future Alien vs. Predator stories could similarly experiment with different time periods and settings. The Predator species culture of hunting could be explored in historical contexts, perhaps set in different parts of Earth's past or even across different planets. Alien vs. Predator could evolve from its typical modern-day settings into something more experimental, offering a unique twist on how humans, predators, and aliens might interact in vastly different environments. For instance, a story set in an alternate history or future timeline where humans have evolved differently and the predators have had centuries to study and adapt to human society could be both thrilling and thought-provoking. As these stories unfold, the importance of diverse representation in the Alien vs. Predator franchise could not be more apparent. Prey demonstrated that there is an appetite for stories that focus on characters from different cultures, perspectives, and experiences. The success of this film in giving a voice to a strong indigenous female protagonist, Neru, is a reminder that expanding the scope of characters and exploring untold stories can refresh an established universe. Future Alien vs. Predator films or series could further explore themes of cultural clashes, the survival of marginalized groups, and the impact of humanity's technological encroachments on native ecosystems. Introducing more diverse and multifaceted characters would ensure that Alien vs. Predator continues to reflect the evolving cultural landscape. Additionally, as the Alien and Predator universes have often explored themes of isolation and human frailty in the face of unstoppable alien forces, a fresh take on how humans might organize themselves or adapt to these creatures could introduce new dynamics. Could we see humanity uniting across nations or developing new technologies to combat these extraterrestrial threats? Perhaps future stories could focus on a more sophisticated and resilient human race, taking the fight to the predators or aliens, either in space or on Earth. Alternatively, stories might center around a fractured world, where survivors face both the aliens and predators, along with the dangers of collapsed civilization. Finally, As the entertainment industry increasingly embraces multi-platform storytelling, it is possible that future Alien vs. Predator narratives will not be confined solely to film or television. Expanded universe storytelling through digital comics, interactive experiences, or even live-action role-playing games could allow for more expansive exploration of the Alien vs. Predator universe. The fandom surrounding the franchise has shown that there's an appetite for these types of experiences, where fans can engage more deeply with the storylines and characters, either by taking on the roles of the various species or creating their own narratives within the universe. In the end, the future of the Alien vs. Predator franchise is as vast and open as the universe itself. With so much untapped potential, the next phase could bring forward thrilling new stories, deeper insights into the motivations of these two legendary species, and exciting new ways to experience this universe. Whether through film, television, gaming, or other mediums, the crossover between Alien and Predator will undoubtedly continue to captivate and terrify audiences for generations to come. As both franchises evolve, the enigmatic creatures that have haunted nightmares and fueled imaginations for decades will remain ever present, ensuring that the battle between Alien and Predator is far from over. As we look forward to the future of the Alien vs. Predator franchise, the potential for reinvention remains limitless. The blend of classic sci-fi horror, survival instincts, and thrilling action is still a formula with massive appeal. However, for the franchise to continue to grow and adapt to an ever-changing entertainment landscape, it will need to experiment with fresh ideas, innovative formats, and bold storytelling choices. One area where the franchise could thrive is through the exploration of different genres, giving the Alien vs. Predator universe new dimensions. While the franchise has primarily been known for its action and horror elements, the combination of Alien and Predator could work in unexpected genres. For example, a psychological thriller could focus on the mental toll that dealing with the aliens and predators takes on the human mind, showcasing survivors' descent into madness as they cope with the trauma of endless battles. Such a film could tap into the horror of isolation and fear of the unknown without relying solely on physical confrontations. Alternatively, a more experimental approach could involve a sci-fi mystery or detective story set in a world where the presence of predators and aliens has become known, but is still a rare and unsettling occurrence. A series following a detective or group of scientists trying to investigate strange, unexplained events involving these extraterrestrial beings will provide a slower, more cerebral narrative. As humanity unravels the mystery of these creatures and their place in the universe, the slow reveal of their origins could become a thrilling focal point. Another innovative concept could be a predator-focused film or series that centers on the predators themselves. While many of the films have focused on their interactions with humans or aliens, a series set entirely within the predator homeworld could offer an entirely new perspective. Fans could witness the predator species' own rituals, codes of honor, and internal conflicts as they face threats from their own kind or discover alien species that challenge their standing in the galaxy. Such a project could delve deeply into predator culture and societal structures, offering an in-depth look at their motivations and what drives them to hunt, whether it be for survival or status. Extraterrestrial species will continue to captivate audiences worldwide. The cultural legacy of Alien vs. Predator is well established, but its potential for reinvention and innovation makes it a dynamic and thriving entity in the world of science fiction and horror. The battle between the xenomorphs and the predators, with their respective mythologies, will undoubtedly endure, keeping the flames of this iconic franchise burning for years to come. As the Alien vs. Predator franchise moves forward, there's a growing recognition that the balance between horror, action, and science fiction is key to its success. While past films have focused on various elements, whether it be the brutal violence of the alien creature or the highly skilled hunting tactics of the predator, future entries will likely need to evolve and explore new narratives that remain true to the core of what fans love while also pushing boundaries. One of the most exciting prospects for the franchise is how it could embrace more modern horror storytelling techniques. Horror has evolved significantly in the past decade, with films like Get Out, 2017, and A Quiet Place, 2018, blending social commentary with high-stakes tension, creating an atmosphere where the fear of the unknown is just as important as the visible threats. Alien vs. Predator movie or series might be able to tap into these modern horror sensibilities, weaving in subtext that explores humanity's place in the universe or the consequences of intergalactic colonization. By blending suspense, deeper philosophical themes, and the unnerving presence of the extraterrestrial beings, future projects could reframe the Alien versus Predator conflict not just as an action spectacle, but as a chilling commentary on survival, extinction, and human hubris. Moreover, exploring the untold stories of the alien and predator species themselves could provide fresh insights and new perspectives. The predator species has always been depicted as highly advanced hunters with a strict code of honor, yet much about their society and their history remains shrouded in mystery. A deep dive into their origins, social structure, and motivation could make for compelling storytelling, whether in film, television, or literature. Similarly, while the alien is often portrayed as a mindless killer, there's potential for exploring the inner workings of the xenomorph hive, their strange reproductive processes, and their adaptation to various environments. Focusing on the alien's evolutionary path could create new layers of terror, examining what makes a species so deadly not just physically, but psychologically. Another possibility for future projects would involve blending the best of both worlds, a crossover with other major science fiction franchises. While the Alien and Predator films have occasionally hinted at shared universes, especially through the AVP movies, the potential for crossovers with established franchises could breathe new life into the concept. For instance, Alien vs. Predator could merge with franchises like Starship Troopers, The Terminator, or even Jurassic Park, films that also play with themes of survival, technology, and otherworldly forces. Such crossovers could attract new audiences while satisfying longtime fans who crave something bold and unique. Another compelling avenue for expansion is within the realm of virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR. With the rise of immersive gaming experiences, VR could offer an entirely new way for fans to experience the Alien vs. Predator universe. Imagine stepping into the shoes of a predator, silently stalking through a jungle as you hunt your prey, or navigating the claustrophobic, tense corridors of a spaceship as an alien. The ability to physically look around, interact with the environment, and experience the alien world in a fully immersive way could redefine how audiences engage with the franchise. For those not interested in full VR experiences, AR applications that allow users to interact with alien and predator characters in real-world settings could spark a renewed sense of excitement. As for the future of Alien vs. Predator in video games, the trend toward multiplayer, online battle arenas could be an exciting direction. Imagine a game where players around the world can pit their skills against one another as predators, aliens, or humans. With a growing interest in competitive esports and online multiplayer games, an Alien vs. Predator game could feature massive online battles, tactical gameplay, and real-time strategy, where players must work together to survive or face off in deadly duels. The possibilities are endless, from competitive tournaments to co-op campaigns, each offering a different facet of the franchise's rich lore and tense action. As we look to the future of the Alien vs. Predator universe, one thing is clear. The mythology of these two iconic species has a lasting appeal. The tension of the predator's honor-bound hunting against the raw, relentless violence of the alien offers a unique storytelling platform that can transcend different genres, from sci-fi action to existential horror. It's this versatility that has kept the franchise alive across multiple generations, and as technology and cultural trend continue to evolve, so too will the franchise's ability to innovate and captivate new audiences. The Alien vs. Predator franchise, with its unique blend of fear, action, and mythology, will likely continue to be a powerful force in the entertainment industry. Whether through new films, television adaptations, video games, or even immersive experiences, the possibilities are wide open. As long as the core themes of survival, fear of the unknown, and the clash between predator and prey continue to resonate, Alien vs. Predator will remain an enduring and beloved part of science fiction and horror entertainment for years to come. The battle between these two legendary creatures, seemingly endless and always escalating, will continue to captivate fans, inspire new creators, and solidify its place in pop culture history. The ongoing appeal of the Alien vs. Predator franchise also lies in its ability to blend various genres, creating a unique hybrid of science fiction, horror, and action. The success of Alien and Predator individually has set the stage for these two legendary creatures to continue to captivate audiences in different ways. As technology progresses, both in terms of visual effects and storytelling techniques, future iterations of the franchise will have the ability to explore even more complex themes, more intricate character development, and highly immersive worlds. One of the most intriguing possibilities is the exploration of the idea of survival from both species' perspectives. For example, the notion of the predator species might see the aliens as a means to test their strength or to validate their place in the universe could be an area of deeper philosophical exploration. We could also see the aliens not just as a mindless force of nature, but as creatures trying to protect their species or fight for survival against greater external threats, like the predators or even humanity. This shift in how these creatures are portrayed, turning them into more complex entities with motivations and inner lives, would open up new narrative directions. In terms of the alien side of things, the recent Alien films have already touched on some of the existential and ethical questions that arise from human interaction with these creatures. The nature of creation, the exploration of artificial intelligence. Take on the role of either a predator, an alien, or a human marine, each with different abilities and gameplay mechanics. The game's narrative tied into the established lore, allowing fans to live out their fantasies of engaging in the epic battles that had previously only been seen on film and in comics. The game received mixed reviews, but its ambitious attempt to deliver a compelling experience for fans of all three species made it a noteworthy addition to the franchise's extensive legacy. The world of Alien vs. Predator continued to be explored through various novels, with several books expanding the mythologies of both the predators and aliens. One of the more popular and well-regarded series in the literary world was the Alien vs. Predator novels, which built upon the foundations laid by the comic books and films. These novels, including titles such as AVP, War and AVP, Prey, further fleshed out the rivalry between the two species, offering new perspectives and deepening the lore for avid readers and fans of the series. Throughout the years, the Alien vs. Predator franchise has remained a significant part of both the Alien and Predator franchises. Whether through crossovers in various media, video games, or even fan-made projects, the blending of these two universes has continued to captivate the imaginations of fans. Despite the ups and downs of the film's critical reception, there is no doubt that the Alien vs. Predator franchise is a significant cultural touchstone within the sci-fi horror genre, with both creatures representing two of the most terrifying and enduring icons of modern cinema. The combination of advanced technology and brutal instincts in these species offers a unique narrative tension that fans continue to explore through various forms of media. Looking ahead, the potential for more Alien vs. Predator content remains an exciting possibility. With both the Alien and Predator franchises experiencing rejuvenation and expanding in new directions, it is clear that the battle between these two iconic creatures will continue to evolve in new and creative ways, ensuring that the legacy of Alien vs. Predator lives on for generations to come. As the Alien vs. Predator franchise evolves, there are numerous avenues for expansion and reinvention that keep fans excited about its future. The enduring appeal of both the Alien and Predator species, with their rich and complex mythologies, ensures that new generations of fans will continue to engage with the franchise. In particular, the resurgence of interest in Alien and Predator in the last decade has opened up opportunities for fresh interpretations, especially in terms of storytelling and technological advancements in filmmaking. One potential direction for the Alien vs. Predator series could involve a return to its horror roots, as seen in the first Alien and Predator films, which both successfully combine tension, survival, and fear. For example, modern filmmaking techniques, such as virtual production, advanced visual effects, and more refined creature design, could allow filmmakers to bring the terrifying aspects of these creatures to life in even more visually stunning ways. With audiences becoming increasingly used to high-quality, immersive sci-fi experiences, there's a demand for the kind of visceral tension and atmosphere that Alien vs. Predator films have often promised but not always delivered on. Furthermore, the expanding world of streaming platforms provides a unique opportunity for the franchise to explore serialized storytelling. With the success of series like Stranger Things and The Mandalorian, there's potential for Alien vs. Predator to be adapted into a television series that delves deeper into the politics, motivations, and cultures of both species. Such a series could explore the alien ecosystems, the hierarchy of the predator species, and perhaps focus more on character development for both humans and extraterrestrials, providing a more nuanced and immersive experience than the relatively short runtime of films can offer. A serialized approach could also explore the long history of alien and predator encounters, introducing a wide variety of new characters and settings across multiple episodes or seasons, appealing to both diehard fans and newcomers. On the video game front, The Alien vs. Predator franchise has already made a significant impact with its past releases, and there's potential for more interactive experiences that expand upon the universe. One exciting possibility is the creation of new multiplayer games, where players can take on the roles of aliens, predators, or human soldiers in vast, open-world environments. Such games would allow for dynamic, player-driven narratives, where choices made during gameplay impact the world and the course of the story, creating an ever-evolving battle between these iconic creatures. With the advancements in virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, there's also the potential for immersive Alien vs. Predator experiences, where players could step into the shoes of a predator hunting its prey or a marine trying to survive an alien outbreak. Additionally, merchandise and collectibles will continue to be a significant aspect of the franchise's ongoing success. Over the years, the Alien vs. Predator brand has inspired everything from action figures and statues to board games, video games, clothing, and even high-end collectibles. Fans of both the Alien and Predator franchises are known for their passion, and this is reflected in the large market for premium collectibles, such as life-size statues of the iconic Xenomorph or Predator, limited edition action figures, and even replica weapons from the films. As long as these fandoms remain strong, merchandise will continue to play an important role in the franchise's expansion and cultural presence. For those invested in the franchise's long-term evolution, there's also the possibility of diving deeper into the thematic aspects of Alien vs. Predator. Both the Alien and Predator species have symbolic meanings that transcend the surface-level action and horror elements. The aliens, as a force of nature and relentless predators driven by instincts, could represent a variety of societal fears, such as uncontrollable chaos, disease, or even environmental destruction. The predators, with their advanced technology, hunting prowess, and strict codes of conduct, might be seen as representing human ideas of honor, dominance, and survival. The interplay between these two forces can also reflect more philosophical themes, such as the nature of life and death, the ethics of hunting, and the role of humanity in an ever-changing universe. On the subject of crossovers, while Alien vs. Predator is the most well-known, the door remains open for other potential crossovers that could integrate both universes with other franchises. The expansive nature of science fiction and horror offers possibility for creative crossovers. The idea of the aliens or predators interacting with other well-known movie monsters or franchises, such as Terminator, Jurassic Park, or even The Thing, could introduce new layers of excitement for fans. With many of these franchises sharing similar themes of survival, alien invasions, or technological horror, the potential for collaborative projects is always on the horizon. In conclusion, the future of the Alien vs. Predator franchise remains filled with endless possibilities. Whether through films, television series, video games, novels, or even brand new forms of media, the clash between these two legendary,